What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 weekly reset guide video. Obviously today is July 17th and update 1.2.3 is obviously been implemented, and I will be going over the patch notes at the end of the video, but I did want to go over all the stuff inside of the director right now. So there is a new little tab. I'm kind of impressed. It is the Destiny 2 Forsaken. Basically this allows you to pre-order it. Currently I am on Xbox. I'm assuming they also have it on PS4 and PC as well. I plan to get the, I would say, the exclusive one, so I get some exclusive stuff in the game as well. Like there's a ghost shell, like a bow skin or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in there, but obviously you can purchase Forsaken from here, which is pretty awesome. The last faction rally is actually started, so you see in the milestones tab it says choose a faction. I did Future War Cult my first time, New Monarchy my second time, so I finally have to do Dead Orbit and get that Graviton Lance Catalyst and some of those other weapons in there. Obviously, I definitely want to check out that hand cannon with Rampage. It's about to be pretty impressive. So let's check out the Crucibles, check out the rotating playlist this time around. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. So they have quick play here, and then you have competitive here, right? So you can still do these two things, and they also have Rumble. This is a permanent playlist now, so if you like going into Rumble and going in solo, that's pretty awesome. Obviously, we still have private matches. I'm pretty sure this is the rotating playlist, which this time around is Supremacy. This still actually goes toward your Valor rank, and what's really cool is that anything you do in competitive also goes to your Valor rank. So whenever you do Glory, it does bump up your Valor rank, and whenever you do Iron Banner or Trials of the Night, it bumps up your Valor rank now as well. I'm pretty sure. Should be able to read that in the patch notes, but I'm like 90% sure that's in there. But yeah, let's check out the strikes. So heroic strike wise, let's check out the modifier. So it looks like we have Void Singe this time around for the weekly one. Obviously the other two modifiers change around every day or something like that. So Void Singe will be here, so just make sure you use a Void subclass and Void weapons for, I'd say, maximum damage. Looks like the Nightfall, we have the Inverted Spire. This is mostly Cabal and Vex. For the final encounter, I'd probably just go Void. Like, obviously you can use a Tractor Cannon on them, and then maybe like the Escalation Protocol Shoddy, obviously some Nova Bombs, Tethers, just to get through some ads and stuff like that. So I'd probably go Void, even though the Minotaurs do void damage from their cannons and stuff like that. I just think maybe when it comes to the end, you should be able to maximize your damage with like a Tractor Cannon and a Nova Bomb. So let's also go over the Flashpoint. It looks like this time around it is IO. So basically going over here, all you have to do is complete some public events in the area, and there'll be some other yellow bar as you can defeat as well, and that will actually count toward your percentage in the Flashpoint milestone. So let's go to the tower and check out the vendors. Now, I did mention that this is the last faction rally. Obviously for myself, I'm a total completionist, so I want to get every single ornament, every single weapon there is inside of, I would say, Season 3 right now. Obviously, Future War Cult, I grinded all that, ended up hitting rank 50, got the Catalyst, got the exotic armor, got all the ornaments done for all the characters. Same thing with New Monarchy, did that same thing there. And then for Dead Orbit, I plan to do the same thing. Like, that's just me, I'm a completionist. If you didn't hit rank 50 and you're still missing a Catalyst or something, I guess it's just up to your personal preference, really. If you're a completionist, like, I definitely like branched out and did all that stuff. But if you're not somebody who does that and you just have one favorite faction and you haven't hit rank 50, I suggest just going back to it, hitting rank 50, just hitting the top, getting your ornaments, especially if that's your favorite faction. If not, if you hit rank 50 and you're like, well, I don't want to do it again because I already have everything, you have all the ornaments, definitely pledge to a different one. I would say probably go Future War Cult. That's just me. I definitely like the weapons from Future War Cult, but if you want to go maybe with like cosmetics, I definitely go with New Monarchy. If you love red, those red and gold shaders are pretty crispy, and I have that applied to like my Hunter right now. As you can tell, like maybe you'll be able to see it. I'm assuming he'll be able to pop in. You'll be able to see it. Yeah, see, all red, everything. Like every single piece of armor is red. So I really like this New Monarchy shader on that. So yeah. Alright, we're here at Cade Slicks. Let's check out his treasure maps. Obviously, Cade is not going to be around much longer. It makes me super, super sad, dude. Like, this guy is a boss. But yeah, check out the treasure maps. Obviously, these are on IO, considering that as a Flashpoint. Make sure you pick up the Scout Report if you don't have a ghost that can actually find, I would say, those little loot caches, those little treasure chests or whatnot. Not these treasure chests, but like other ones that'll give you some IO tokens and stuff like that. Let's just head over to the destination, and 5 of them should pop up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one's all the way down here. Yeah, just remember that. It's by the Endless Gate, like all the way in here in like this Vex structure. So you have to come all the way this way to get to it. So yeah, just a reminder, it could be above or below you if you feel like you're on top of it. All right, we're here at Ikora. Let's check out her meditation missions. Essentially, you could complete old campaign missions at a higher level, get Vanguard Research tokens, and get that original Destiny 2 gear. It's a lot less beat up than when you first get it, but let's check out the mission. So we have Combustion, Chosen, the Curse of Osiris mission Hijacked, and the Warmind mission Ice and Shadow. Basically complete these, get tokens, and get this original gear if you want. It doesn't come with ornaments or anything like that, but if you just want that original look, then totally go for it. Can't forget about the good old raid vendor down here, Benedict. Let's see what he has and what raids we have to complete this time around. So it looks like he's carrying the Prestige Helmet, the normal raid gauntlets, normal raid chest, normal raid boots, and then the Eater of Worlds, what is this, class item? I almost said like cloak, but it's actually all of them. And then if you complete the normal raid, you can get the inaugural address pulse rifle. Now this thing is probably the best weapon, or one of the best weapons to come from the raid. So it's an adaptive frame pulse, which actually just got upgraded in one of the recent updates. Obviously you have 3 barrel options, but the main thing is outlaw and kill clip, right? These two go hand in hand. You get a headshot, get a fast reload, get kill clip activated, get right back into a firefight with extra damage. So this is probably one of the better legendary pulse rifles to be using, probably within the adaptive frame archetype as well. This thing is freaking amazing. Highly recommend trying to get this thing. If you didn't get it from the raid yet, definitely just complete the normal raid and get this thing, man. It is a beast in the Crucible. All right, we're here at Eververse, and I'm pretty sure something changed in her store in this recent update. So I'm pretty sure the Prismatic Matrix is not here. Yep, I am correct. So the Prismatic Matrix is not here. Kind of saddening. They actually decided to get rid of it until Forsaken comes out. So if you have any extra Prismatic Matrices or anything like that just laying around, you should be able to use them when Forsaken drops. So it's pretty awesome. Basically, if you want to get anything from these Bright Dust purchases, anything you get from a Bright Engram, you can dismantle to buy these things. So I do want to go over these two things up here. If you do want to spend silver, I don't recommend it. Just giving money to this game or anything like that, but you can look at the Discovery Bundle. Really not a lot. You get the Prototype Engram and 10 shaders and then 500 Bright Dust. And then for the, what is this? Destructive Research Bundle. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, so you get the Bray Legacy Ornament for the Polaris Lance. Then you get 3 Boon of the Vanguards and then 3 Fire Team Medallions. Really not worth it. I mean, you can literally get all these things from the Bright Dust purchases. Basically pointless. All right, moving on. Looks like we have the exotic emote that came in the Warmind Popcorn. Yes, I have this emote. Pretty awesome. So then we have Applause, an exotic sparrow called the Azure Azazel, something like that. I'm not really good with English, so but yeah, very unique looking sparrow. Very, I would say, like, this is like an OG looking sparrow. Looks like she's selling the class item for the Eververse set itself. Obviously there's going to be an exotic ornament for every single one of the classes. For the hunter, it is the Thunder God. If you want to know what the Titan and the Warlock are, just hop on those characters. You should be able to find an exotic ornament available. I'm assuming it is a Warmind ornament. They usually end up sticking with the same I would say expansion, so there might be Warmind ornaments available for your other classes as well. All right, we have the Canara Nebula. This is actually a ornament from Crimson Days for the Graviton Lance. I really like this one. It's actually on my Graviton Lance. I haven't actually used Graviton Lance in a long time, dude. I've been playing non-meta. So it looks like we also have the Go About Your Business, which is the Sweet Business ornament for Crimson Days, actually. Yeah, another Crimson Days ornament. Pretty awesome. Definitely makes it look a little different, kind of carbon fibery, like this kind of green down here instead of like the traditional red, white, or like the gold, silver. Looks like we also have the Silver Bullet ornament for the Crimson Hand Cannon. Instead of making it look scary, looks pretty awesome. And then we have the Sunshot ornament, which is the Red Dwarf. I like this one, actually. I like this one for PvE. I definitely like the Quark Star for PvP. Like, I don't know, it just feels a little more stable. That's just me in my opinion. Looks like for transmit effects, we have the Dominus Gall effect and the Arc effects. Shader-wise, we have Midnight Talons, Tarnished Copper, Arctic Pearl, and Nebula Rose. If you like any of these, make sure to pick these up. And then obviously you have the Boon of the Vanguard and the Crucible, where whenever you complete a Striker Crucible match, everybody gets an Eververse reward. And then finally you have the Fire Team Medallion. Alright, here are the update 1.2.3 patch notes. I do want to try to get through this as quickly as possible. So first up, we have Solstice of Heroes, Moments of Triumph. So Moments of Triumph bounties will become available in-game for the Solstice of Heroes event starting July 31st, which is in like 2 weeks. Players may access the set number of triumphs on Bungie.net prior to the event beginning. So if you want to see what triumphs you've completed or what you need to complete, you can go check that out. Players can complete triumphs to earn points that they can trade for rewards such as emblems, a sparrow, and a code to purchase a special t-shirt. That's pretty awesome. When the summer event becomes available on July 31st, players can receive these triumph bounties from the special summer event vendor and will have the entirety of the event to complete them. Triumphs are based on an account-specific data. Once a triumph has been claimed and redeemed for points, it cannot be claimed for points on another character. All triumphs can be tracked via Bungie.net. The highest values of a character on that account will be displayed. And then the in-game rewards will become available July 31st, so stay tuned to @Bungie on Twitter, or just, I would say, Bungie.net to be able to see those things. Next up, we have investment. So bounties. So there's going to be 5 Crucible bounties a day, will now be available from Shaxx, and 5 Vanguard bounties that will be available from Zavala for, I'm assuming, strikes. These bounties rotate on a daily cadence. Bounties can expire after you obtain them. Expiration of individual bounties is shown in the tooltip. So, exotic masterwork. So, Catalyst for Legend of Acarius, Telesto, and Sleeper Simulant are now available as rewards from Prestige Leviathan and Prestige Eater World, Prestige Leviathan, Prestige Eater World, and Prestige Spire Stars, respectively. So, Exotic Catalyst from Heroic Strides now have a slightly higher chance of dropping. The Skyburner's Oath Exotic Catalyst from the Leviathan raid now has slightly higher drop chances. The Catalyst for Sturm can now be found by defeating enemies on Nessus, so that's pretty sick. Miscellaneous quality of life changes. Adjusted Escalation Protocol weapon reward chances to be more deterministic. Players improve their chances each time they defeat a boss. So every time you defeat a boss, your percentage just goes up slightly. So you should be able to get it. Once all Mercury Forge weapons have been obtained, they become available for direct purchase from Brother Vance in the Lighthouse. It should be on the second page. Momentum has been removed from Heroic Adventures. Actually kind of makes me salty. I don't mind momentum like in Heroic Adventures, to be honest. It's other things I really don't like. So the Pursuits inventory bucket has been moved from the top of the inventory categories. Fix an issue where unequipable emotes could be selected. Fix an issue where no sound would play on increasing and decreasing the handicap on challenge cards. Comments have been added to large numbers as separators on the IGCR and the PGCR. Fix an issue which prevented the Season 3 Dead Orbit Gauntlet Ornament from receiving progress from Arcstriders using the Way of the Warrior subclass tree, and then armor may now be purchased from Iron Banner and Faction Rally vendors. Next we have Strike. So Strike modifiers Blackout now increases enemy melee damage significantly, but is no longer a guaranteed one-shot kill for all players. Glass slightly reduced the health and shield penalty, and then Grounded significantly reduced incoming damage when you are airborne to account for odd geometry that Guardians may not have any control over, like if you step on a sharp rock or something like that, like you drop 2 feet and then you die. So Nightfall, the Nightfall tutorial experience for new players has been updated to no longer call out pre 1.1.3 Nightfall mechanics. So destinations wise, Mars looks like the only one with a problem. So fix an issue that was preventing some players from accessing Mars adventures. Fix an issue that caused some open world chests on Mars to not drop Glimmer or Mars tokens. Fix an issue which prevented prophecy materials for Brother Vance from dropping from chests found on Mars. Okay, that's kind of weird. Next we have sandbox changes. So exotic armor updates for the hunter. There are 3. We have the Lucky Raspberry, which now increased the chance to fully recharge Arc Bolt Grenade and Arc Bolt Grenade hits, and then now guarantees a full recharge when the grenade hits 4 targets. So that's pretty cool, especially now that Quick Play 6v6, you should be able to get that back pretty often. Stompies increase benefits when using the strafe jump and the triple jump. Pretty cool. Then you have Young Ahamkara Spine, now also improves Trip Mine Grenade's blast radius, throw speed, and makes your Trip Mine Grenades harder to destroy. Solar ability hits now grants some Trip Mine energy, which is 33%. That's really good. Added new effects treatment to the improved Trip Mine Grenades to differentiate them from normal Trip Mine Grenades. Okay. And then remove target marking functionality. For the Titan, we have, again, 3 pieces. We have the ACD feedback fence. I low-key can't wait to use these. So now grants Fury Conductor stacks on melee hits instead of kills, and now reduces melee damage received when you have stacks of Fury Conductor. More stacks of Fury Conductor further reduce melee damage received. Then we have Doomfang Pauldrons. Void melee kills now grant more super energy, and then shield throw hits now grant super energy. So it's kind of like the Arcstrider with the Raiden Flux. So when you use it, your super lasts longer. It's kind of like the same thing here. So we just got a Raiden Flux for the Titan. Doom Archer wise, reduce the time to activate linear actuators while you're sprinting to 1.5 seconds down from 5 seconds, and then increase the damage of the chain lightning effect. So it's plus 70% in PvP, and then plus 400. Oh no, now it's just a total of 440% in PvE. For Warlock, again, we have 3 pieces. Crown of Tempest, collapse the total number of stacks of Conduction times to 3 with the same total effect as it did with times 5, and then Conduction times now also reduces the speed that super energy depletes while Storm Trance is active. So kind of makes your super last longer, right? Kind of like the Raiden Flux for Warlocks now, right? So Karnstein Armless melee kills now instantly heal you, and then grant continuous healing for 8 seconds. That is going to be overpowered. And then remove bonus resilience, mobility, and enemy highlights on melee kills. Then for Starfire Protocol, we have empowered weapon damage now grants some fusion grenade energy, which is 20%. So armor-wise, Plasteel Reinforcement mod now includes trait in its tooltip to have conformity with restorative and mobility enhancement mods. Corrected stowed hand cannon position in the Hakon's Iron Strides ornament. Oh, okay, yeah, I completely understand, because sometimes the hand cannon would, like, just float in the air beside you. Got it. Dragon Shadow now has an audio cue when it reloads your weapons. Good. Updated tooltip presented of some Warmind exotic armor tier intrinsic perks. Updated the perk description for Sanguine Alchemy to better reflect its functionality. Fixed an issue that was causing marked by Sanguine Alchemy to produce orbs when defeated, if there was a glitch with that. Fixed an issue that caused Wraith Metal Mail's active perk to appear in the UI without an icon. Oh, I didn't realize that it needed an icon. Okay, fixed an issue that caused Starfire Protocol not to work with Dawnblade Attunement of Sky ability path, and fixed an issue that prevented Warlock melee attack damage when players were using the Ophidian Aspect Exotic and Hive Swords or Orb Carry objects. Got it. So ability-wise, fixed an issue for high frame rates on PC that caused players to suddenly lose momentum after activating supers and aerial dodge abilities, and then exotic weapons increase the number of rounds granted to Crimson on respawn. Okay, so I'm assuming we just didn't get a lot of ammo on respawn. Weapons, fixed an issue that allowed empty swords to drop heavy ammo bricks on death in the Crucible. Oh, empty swords to drop heavy ammo bricks. What the? Oh, that was the issue. Oh, I'm dumb. Fixed the rapid fire frame intrinsic perk on Basilisk, which is the dead orbit shotgun. Okay, fixed an issue that impacted the recoil of the West of Sunfall and the Trials of the Nine hand cannon A Cold Sweat. Yeah, the recoil wasn't straight up and down anymore for that archetype. It was like off to the side and wasn't good at all. So fixed an issue that caused the Iron Banner hand cannon finite impactor to not properly track masterwork statistics. This is what I'm excited about. So prestige raid layers have actually dropped. So each week there's a curated weapons suite and a global activity modifier for Spire Stars and Eater Worlds Prestige. The weapon set and modifier will be the same across both activities. So Prestige Eater Worlds will be available at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is today, July 17th. So that's literally available like right now. And then Prestige Spire Stars will become available tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is like 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, July 18th. Prestige raid layers will drop weapons at 400 power and exotic catalyst, and then raid armor ornaments will become unlockable. So anything for Eater Worlds and anything for Spire Stars, you can actually get those ornaments for those pieces of gear. Miscellaneous, fixed an issue which prevented hunters from receiving some loot chests in the Spire Stars raid layer. That is kind of weird. Crucible-wise, so Iron Banner updates. The Iron Banner game mode now uses the Iron Temple fire pits as capture zones instead of the standard control flags. Added new power play rules unique to Iron Banner. So upon capturing a third zone, all 3 zones lock for 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, all 3 zones reset to neutral and must be recaptured. Okay. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be pretty interesting. So added new audio for fire pits and power play alerts. Updated score and time limits to match standard control. Now that quick play is also 6v6. Private match bug fixes. Private match is no longer available to trial users. Crucible Lab update added beta to the activity tooltip. Added support for more labs in the future and added end of match rewards at the end of the lab. That's pretty cool. Crucible playlist update, so quick play wise, increase player configuration to 6v6, remove supremacy and put that into the rotating playlist, and then updated clash to the score of 100, updated control to score of 150, and then control zones are initially neutral when they start out now again. So it's pretty cool. Competitive wise, updated playlist description. So countdown, bomb fuse timer lowered from 40 seconds to 35. Rumble is available full time now, so it's not rotating. And Supremacy is now in the rotating playlist with a 6v6 engagements and a score of 150 to win the match. Crucible rank update. Sorry for the cough, y'all. Players can now earn Valor rank from the following playlist: Competitive, Crucible Labs, Iron Banner. Joining a game in progress now protects your Valor win streak for that game. If you lose, no penalties incurred on your Valor win streak. If you win, Valor win streak increases. Players will now be matched using their Glory rank. This means your opponents will be of similar rank to you. The higher you climb, the tougher the opponent. Glory loss streaks have been retuned to be less punishing over time. Consecutive losses now decrease the rank points lost instead of increasing, and then streaks still cap out at 5 whether you're winning or losing. All rank streaks no longer reset once they hit their cap. Fixed a bug where rank up toast were not firing once a player hit orbit. Fixed a bug where players who logged into a character for the first time after a weekly reset would incur the Glory rank weekly award / penalty. And then fixed a bug where players were incorrectly hearing the rank points increase / decrease sounds when there was no rank attached to the activity. That actually happened in Iron Banner. And then, yeah, moving on to Eververse, we have the summer event engram. So for the duration of Solstice of Heroes, players will earn a bonus Solstice engram, with each prototype engram earned through prestige level up. So essentially, you get two cool engrams this time around. It's pretty awesome. When decrypting Solstice engrams, player will receive a new item until they've unlocked all items in the box. Once all items have been acquired, additional Solstice engrams will reward duplicate items. Players may track what items they've earned from the Solstice engram through the engrams preview tab. And then new item type, Armor Glows. So players who earn the Solstice of Heroes armor sets may use Armor Glows obtained from Eververse or the Solstice engram. Armor Glows illuminate proportions of the Solstice of Heroes armor and shine brightest when the element of the armor glow and the Guardian subclass align. That's pretty cool. Once obtained, Armor Glows may be used and reused on any Solstice of Heroes armor piece regardless of class, and then during the Solstice of Heroes, players may purchase event-exclusive items from Eververse for Bright Dust. The Prismatic Matrix has been temporarily removed until Season 4, and then Prismatic Facets have been depreciated. Dismantling depreciated Prismatic Facets will grant Bright Dust. And then there's some other things in here as well. Alright guys, that seems to be it for the weekly reset guide and the 1.2.3 patch notes. If you want to help support me, there'll be a link below. Say best way to support me. If you want to go check that out, that'd be greatly appreciated. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, turn on the notification bell next to subscribe if you want to be notified when I drop some new content on the channel, and then comment what y'all want to see below. Again, I'm making content for you, so wherever you want to see, I'll get it out there, man. Like, I will be dropping a lot of Forsaken news. Obviously, with update 1.2.3, we got a lot of exotic armor buffs, and I do want to go over those pretty in depth with my reviews and stuff like that. So, whatever y'all want to see, just comment it. And also, we have the Discord link below as well. If you want to join the Discord, we have some chats going about, obviously, some new games coming out, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Division 2, Anthem. Then we have some chats going where I actually do some Nightfalls and some raids with some people in the clan. Oh, by the way, there's no requirements to get into the Discord. You can just join. So if you do want to talk to me, that is probably going to be the best way to do that. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.